Hey, what's up, you guys? Back at it with another action figure review. And right here, we have the DC Collectibles Supervillains Deathstroke from the new 52. So, yeah, so let's get into the review. Well, get right into it. First of all, I think the sculpt work is very good. I didn't read the new 52 Deathstroke, but I am familiar with this design. Very familiar with the design. Now, this figure has a lot of problems. Articulation may be one of them, but that's not my major gripe because limited articulation doesn't bother me one bit. As sometimes I kind of prefer it, but it's regarding to his weapons, and I'm gonna get into all that. So speaking of his weapons, the accessories part of this video. Now he doesn't want to stand. Okay, there we go. So I love all of this, all the nice detail in the sword. You see the little dent marks and stuff, letting you know that Mr. Slade Wilson's got into some serious battle. That T part right there is how you plug it into the back of him. So love the sculpting of the sword, right? Well, here's a major problem. He can't really hold it that well. It's all wobbly and he's barely holding it. It just slips in and out. And that goes for both hands. The only weapon he holds securely is his gun. And I really like his gun. I like the sculpt work of it is good. And, you know, it looks kind of advanced, you know, which goes for Deathstroke. His other accessory is the knife there where you can pull out. And once again, same problem. He could barely hold the sword. He could barely hold the knife. So it slips out very easily. I don't like that. I like, first of all, when you give characters weapons, it should be securely in the hands. And the only thing he holds securely is his gun. So that gripe bothers me a bit. But the sculpting work, the detail is pretty damn good. And from what I remember the design of this figure, you see he got those horn things in his boots or whatever. I don't really care for that. But the design is all right. You know, it's not bad. You know, see the little designs here. My other gripes is how, except for the knife, the way how you have to holster his weapons. And see that? That's the problem. No matter how you try to holster it, it's very loose and it's going to shake out very easily. Same thing with the sword. You try to plug that in, and I don't know what DC Collectibles was thinking, but they just missed the mark. So it's not going to fall like that, but if you just tap it like in the slightest, okay, now it don't want to fall out. But it's, you know, it's just not working. It's not working for me, and that is kind of aggravating. But anyway, onto articulation. He could look up about that much. He could look down about that much. He does have ball jointed head. That's what's going on with his head, a little bit of attitude. His arms could go out about that much. Full three. His shoulder pad popped off. I didn't even know that could happen. Full 360 rotation. Upper bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. He does have a full rotation within the upper part of his wrist. No hinge though. Nothing in the abdomen or torso. His legs cannot do the split at all. He does have an upper thigh cut, and he does have single jointed knee. And he has a hinge in his boot, and that's about it for articulation for Mr. Deathstroke. So yeah, I have problems with this figure. The design of him is nice. You know, I am a fan of Deathstroke. I really do like the Deathstroke character a lot. What really got me into the Deathstroke character was the Arrow TV show. I think Manu Bennett's portrayal of Deathstroke was just so good, just so perfect, so good. But yeah, I mean, Deathstroke, aka Slade Wilson, he's really a cool character. So when I first got this figure, I was like super pumped for him. But then I started seeing some other reviews and seeing some of the problems that comes along with this figure. And then I knew I was in for some disappointment. So it's a good looking figure. And comes with cool accessories, just poor execution. The execution is poor. I think they did half right and just half wrong. I don't know what DC Collectibles was thinking with that. The gun holster is terrible and the sword holster is terrible. Now, that's probably how it is in the comic books, so maybe I can't fault them for that. But just like how things don't translate well in movies from comic books, when it comes to action figures, some things you just have to modify yourself. It don't translate well to action figure form, certain things from comic books. So, you just have to you just have to know what you're doing. And I think in this I think with this, I think that DC Collectibles just failed to hit the mark as far as I'm concerned. I think they you know, the fact that he can't hold his sword, I find that unforgivable. I mean, he can hold it like he's holding it like that, but it's the grip is very loose. I think they just sculpted the hands wrong. I think that they sculpted the hands more for him to just hold a gun and that's it. Cause you can have him hold the gun on either hand and it's fine. But the sword and the knife, especially his sword, when that comes to Slade Wilson with his sword, I just feel that that's unforgivable. Like you know, Slade should be able to hold his sword securely, and he can't. So, yeah, I'm frustrated with the weapons part of this. I think that the sculpting is really good, though, really good. I think they translated, how he's supposed to look from the comic book very well. Is this my favorite interpretation of Deathstroke? New 52 design? No, but I still like it. I think it's pretty cool. At first I was questioning myself, like, why would I pick a figure like this up? But, you know, I love Deathstroke, so that's why I picked up this figure. I'm probably gonna have to make some modifications myself with this figure. I'm also gonna probably get a custom head for this Deathstroke. So I'm probably gonna have to modify it to my liking. See what I could do, see how I could tweak things. But yeah, that's about it for the review, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I got another special review coming up for you guys real soon, DC related. Hope you enjoyed that. And like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for making my channel what it is. I'm still above 100 subscribers, and that really means a lot to me. I mean, I know that's not like, the greatest number, but still, I'm really touched by it. So, to the next time, guys, this has been my review of the DC Collectibles Super Villains New 52 Deathstroke. Till next time, guys, see ya.